Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Friday night, and while family's asleep, I thought it would be fun to do a Flashback Friday video for the Noel Comics YouTube channel. Friend of the channel and just friend in real life, he goes by the handle Shoemaker, has been after me for a very long time to unearth and upload a video that I actually had on my original YouTube channel back in 2009. Now, I deleted this channel and started the Noel Comics YouTube channel in 2012 because I wanted to focus more on my new artwork, and I was also thinking, like, I'm starting to apply to like jobs and whatnot, and I probably won't get hired if the people interviewing me see videos like the one that I'm going to show you right now, and that would have been lost to time had it not been for the fact that just on a fluke I decided to dig around this old broken laptop's files today, and I found the video that Shoemaker has been begging me to return to the World Wide Web. Well, what was I talking about in this video? Well, back in 2009, Street Fighter 4 had returned, fighting games were finally back, and the topic of the gender of Final Fight character Poison was on the minds of people with way too much time on their hands, like me. So I decided, not having any real skills with women, to talk about whether a hypothetical video game woman was in fact a woman or not. See 2009 Noel in the old place, yak about nonsense. And Shoemaker, this one's for you. I hope you all enjoy this Flashback Friday video. Enjoy. Get on MySpace or Friend Project or Space A, because you're taking a trip back to 2009 right now. Look, man, all I'm saying is that I think Hang Time is clearly the superior series to City Guys. I mean, Hang Time had basketball, it had a more well-rounded cast. I mean, sure, City Guys was good, but I mean, who did it have in it? I mean, L Train, look, yes, L Train was awesome, but...
God, dude, you're such an idiot. I don't know why I hang out with you, man. You're nothing like Chad.
Look, I'm not Chad, okay? I'm Noel, and that's all I can be, okay? Oh, hello there. I didn't see you there again. My name is Noel, and today we're going to talk about a very controversial subject here. Now, normally I like to stay away from gender issues and issues of sexual orientation. I really feel those are more in the realm of psychology or emotional development or bourgeois decadence, and I usually try to steer clear of those things. But one thing I don't steer clear of is video games. Video games are really one of the greatest accomplishments of capitalist culture and even socialist culture too. I think we all remember Tetris, the Soviet mind game. You can thank Gorby for that one. Anyway, what I'm here to talk to you today about is a very controversial character from the Capcom universe. Her name is Poison, or his name is Poison. Recently, I've been interested in this debate. I've been playing some Street Fighter 3, some Final Fight, listening to some Street Fighter 3 music, and I've come across this debate on whether the Final Fight character Poison was a man or a woman. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, Poison was a female character in Final Fight. When Final Fight, the very cool 2D side-scrolling fighting game, was developed, there were two hooker characters who were designed to be part of the evil Mad Gear gang. However, due to the idea that Final Fight was a fighting game, and there was sort of an issue with whether, the male characters should be hitting the female characters, when Capcom got confronted with this issue, they decided to try to say, oh, well, wait a second, we'll just kind of censor this and rework it and say that the female hooker characters were actually transvestites. Well, that didn't really make any sense, because the characters were clearly female. And while I've seen my share of Gold Dust matches, I think we can be pretty clear that we all know that Gold Dust, though he dresses up like a woman on occasions, the is not actually a woman. But if we look at Poison and Roxy from the Final Fight series, it's pretty obvious that they're actually females. Unfortunately, I've actually flipped across Maury Povich a couple times and seen some sort of crying game specials, and even then, you can really tell, who's a guy and who's a girl. So, enough about me rambling on about this. Well, let me finish the chronology here. On top of that, if you go into further Capcom games, the Poison character, who looked very sexy, they decided to put her in further games like the Final Fight Fighter for Sega Saturn, and put her in Street Fighter 3 as Hugo's manager. Now, Hugo is actually Andre from Final Fight. And since Alex, the main character, is supposed to be like Hulk Hogan, what the Hulk? Hulk, what are you doing here? I didn't even see you come in.
Well, the door was open, so I decided to come in, dude. Hello, everybody out there in TV land, dude. I'm Hulk Hogan, dude, and I think it's important to note, brother, that I played Alex in Street Fighter 3, dude. And I need to tell you, when I was on the set, brother, I saw the Poison chick, dude, and she was no dude. I accidentally walked in her in the shower, brother, and she was all woman, dude. And I know, dude, because I'm a dude.
Well, no, thank you, Hulk. I didn't realize that we would have a primary source of information here, but, just in case Hulk's primary account isn't enough for the people out in TV/internet land, I brought with me a variety of sources that proves my theory that Poison is actually not a man or a hermaphrodite, but is actually a woman. So let's actually look at some of the source material here to prove my point here. The first thing we'll look at here is Street Fighter 3 number 2, the Giant Attack. I've got the Sega Dreamcast ready to go. I think we need to take a look and see if you think Poison is actually a guy or not. Alright. So, now what we're going to do here is zoom in like so. Here we see Voltron, Michael Jackson, and the Dragon Ball guys all lining the TV. Get the Dreamcast ready to move here. Yeah, I love the Sega Dreamcast. It's a, very unappreciated system. Alright, here's the very cool opening here to Street Fighter 3, Second Impact. Yeah, this is actually the first Street Fighter that Poison made an appearance. Here we see Alex and Andre there, or Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Thank goodness that the Hulkster stopped by to you can have actually meet someone who was in the Street Fighter 3 video game. Okay, so we'll go to arcade mode here, and let's select Hugo right here. And we'll check out Poison, his manager from the Mad Gear Gang of Final Fight. Right here. This is clearly a woman's voice, a woman's build. So we see right there, source number 1 for Poison not being a woman. Or not being a man, I'm sorry. Freudian slip. Alright. Let's move on to a different source material here. So, what I think we're going to do now here is look at some artwork of Poison. So what we'll do here is rotate the camera here at the computer screen. Here we see the Street Fighter 3 logo here. Here we see a picture of Poison from the, what's this? Capcom Girls Collection action figure series. Poison. Here we see the Poison character is clearly a woman, not a man. And look, there's absolutely no room for anything else to be down there, if you know what I'm saying. And notice the ample mammary glands that we see here. But if that wasn't enough evidence for you, let's look at another picture of Poison, which we have right here. Here we see another picture of Poison. Clearly a woman.
But now, look here at this Wikipedia page here. Now, if we go down further, we'll look that the discrepancy regarding Poison have been addressed by more than one interviewers with former and current Capcom employee status. Final Fight developer Akira Nishitani stated that he supposed the character could be male, showing that, well, if you really want to go that way, I suppose you can think that. But then he later added, it was up to the viewer to decide. Now, this guy here, Akira Nishitani is the developer of the Final Fight series, and thus the father of the Poison character, who, again, we see right here. Now, it is true that an official who worked on Street Fighter 4 gave an interview to the very crappy video game magazine Electronic Gaming Monthly and said that, well, maybe, Poison's actually a guy in Japan, but maybe she's a girl in the U.S. I mean, who is he anyway, okay? Just because he has Capcom next to his name does not mean that he has any official authority here. I suppose he does have the company logo behind his name, but he's not the person who made the character. Let's also look at the Street Fighter 3 manga here. Here we see Poison again. Clearly a woman. Yes. We can go further even. Here we see Poison having a discussion with Ryu, the franchise of the Street Fighter series here. So I think it's pretty clear. What we have here is a case of Funimation-style censorship panicking and a lot of confused fans. The fact that Capcom, wanted to not get in trouble for, having male-on-female violence and therefore panicking and saying that this clearly female character was a guy, I don't think should be taken too seriously. I think that should be taken about as seriously as if you catch, your teenage child smoking, and he says, "Oh, well, this isn't a cigarette. This is just raspberry jam," or something to that extent, And I think further evidence for Poison actually being a woman is actually the fact that she looks like a woman, has appeared in the context of being a woman in all other Capcom games. And also, if you look at Capcom's artwork, it's very top-notch. And if they wanted to give someone the idea of a transvestite, they could clearly do it, rather than having someone clearly be a woman. And of course, guys who like to play fighting games like to look at pretty girls, so they made Poison be a pretty girl. Again, further evidence of Capcom's production values here. Here we see Ryu and Ken, clearly looking very cool, very manly. So they can also clearly draw women. If they wanted to draw something in between, they also could. But, notice we see clear lines drawn on the gender issue. Men look like men, women look like women, and even the more, effeminate men and masculine women in the Street Fighter game still look like men and women. Dalsum isn't very manly, but you can tell he's a guy. Cammy, looks like a woman. Chun-Li looks like a woman. Even Sakura, who kind of looks like Ryu, is still clearly a girl. So I think we've, at least in my opinion, put to rest the issue of the Poison debate. So I will bid you all adieu, and I think we should have our live guest here say goodbye to everyone. Hulk, I want to thank you for stopping by. Thank you for clearing things up with us. And I wish you best of luck in your Australian tour, and I hope to see you playing Alex again in future Capcom titles.
Well, you know something, dude? I played the role of Alex in Capcom vs. Tatsunoko, which is coming out for the Wii, brother. And when I'm in Australia, dude, I'm gonna be putting that nasty, stinky Ric Flair in the launch position. I'm gonna put him in the figure 4 leg lock, dude. And then I'm gonna give him the Axe Bomber and the leg drop, which is what dropped Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, dude. And dropped that nasty, stinky Hugo in Street Fighter 3, dude.
Thank you, Hulkster. Well, Goodbye, everyone, for now. My name is Noel, and I'll see you next time something strikes my fancy. So, you keep it real, and remember, don't eat veal. It's baby cows. Even though I occasionally will eat veal. Actually, you can eat veal, I don't care. Bye, everybody. Oh, hello there again. As you know, my name is Noel. I wanted to, have a little epilogue to my, little monologue on the Poison character from the Final Fight series. I realize I may not have given enough dimension to the counter-argument of, Poison not being a woman, although I think it's very clear that Poison is indeed a woman. What I wanted to add, though, is the factor from the Capcom Classics collection. Now, while this is not the same as coming from the creator of Poison, in the Capcom's Classic collection, it does say that the original Poison character in the Final Fight game was a transvestite, while the other hooker character, Roxy, was actually a female. Now, while all the artwork of Poison it comes with the Final Fight game in this Classics collection, I think is still clearly indicative of Poison being a female, and Capcom here just trying to nonsensically retcon the transvestite argument into something plausible. You could theoretically say that the Poison that is more clearly a woman in Street Fighter 3 and in the Final Fight game for Sega Saturn, and in the Street Fighter 3 manga, is maybe actually Roxy, who possibly takes the Poison identity on. Although even saying that Roxy is a woman, I suppose, is kind of Capcom retconning its argument kind of again. One of the critics of the Poison debate that I came across on YouTube said something very intelligent. He said in Street Fighter 4, which I happen to have for the Xbox 360, which is a fantastic game, said that, well, they retconned Gouken into being alive. Why can't they just clarify this Poison issue? It's pretty clear that Poison is a woman. All the guys want Poison to be a woman, so they can, not have this issue that they have to skirt around when they're trying to enjoy an attractive female character. You don't want to think about that character who's clearly a woman maybe being a guy. I mean, that's just disturbing. Nobody wants that. So, anyway, these people on YouTube were saying that Capcom should just retcon this, all this nonsense and say, look, Poison's a woman, and Poison's creator, I think, should do this also. But although, like Masato Kato and Xenogears and Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, maybe he wants to be vague so the character can enjoy more depth, which I suppose is legitimately creatively. But what I wanted to do is show you some artwork that came with the Capcom's Classics collection to show you Poison and Roxy, and also to bring up this point. In the sort of weird 3D sequel to Final Fight for the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, Final Fight Streetwise, it is documented on Wikipedia, for whatever that's worth, that the Poison character was supposed to be in the game, but that the hair color of the Poison character matched Roxy's hair color and not Poison's hair color. So I think this may, give some credit to the possible argument that the clearly female Poison in the more graphically fleshed out games and manga is possibly Roxy. But I still, just tend to think that both Poison and Roxy are women. And the sort of panicky argument of the censors, sort of nonsensical argument, I don't think should be taken too seriously. But nevertheless, let's check out some official artwork of Final Fight, because while we had the Hulkster here,
Hello, everybody.
yes, Hulk. The last time, I feel this, would really round the argument off even more so. I have more primary documentation. I'm a historian by trade. I think we need to get as much in there as possible. All right. So, What we're going to do now is zoom the camera in here. And here we see Capcom's official artwork of Poison for the original Final Fight 2D arcade game. Now, I think this is still pretty clear that it's a woman, but this is the Poison character that could maybe arguably be called a man, even though I don't really see this as being terribly plausible. You know, maybe the arms are kind of defined, but if you watch pro wrestling, I mean, there's plenty of girls with a set of guns, you know. Now, here is the Roxy character. Maybe this looks a little more effeminate than the other character. Possibly this could be the Poison that we see in Street Fighter 3 and the Final Fight Sega Saturn game, the Street Fighter 3 manga, maybe even in the clearly female Capcom Girl Series action figure. Now, what's really disappointing is the Poison character was rumored to be in Street Fighter 4, but was pulled because of the possible gender confusion of the character, thanks to, you know, this sort of nonsensical comment coming from the sort of head of the development of Street Fighter 4. So, that's all I really wanted to, you know, tell you guys. Although, I figure, you know, while we're here, might as well, why don't we look at the rest of the primary source material that comes with this here. So we're going to look here. We see Damn D, Eddie E, Sodom, Belger. There's more Poison and Roxy pictures here. Here we see again Poison and Roxy. Then clearly again, the female argument is winning out here. Even if you wanted to, you know, sort of, for whatever warped reason, pretend one of these girls was a guy. I mean, you know. Artwork here again. Clearly the Poison character is a female. More official artwork. Guy, Cody, Hager, Jessica. Yeah, see, again, Capcom can clearly draw, you know, men and women, you know. Girl, guy, girl, guy, girl, girl, guy, guy. All right, and guy. Wait, where's guy? There's guy. All right, so, just wanted to totally clarify things. Give everyone their say, even if they disagree with me. So, thanks for viewing. My name is Noel.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yes, goodbye, Hulkster. All right, you guys keep it real. Goodbye.